Hey everybody, Shushack Redemption here for the 1990 off-season after winning our 4th straight championship in Indiana. As a reminder, there we are. So 3 straight against the Blazers. Crazy ending there at the end of Game 4, which forced a Game 5, but closed it out. The Blazers were without Olajuwon, who has a spinal injury, unfortunately. So we got Ewing, now a 2-time Finals MVP. Some crazy things happened here, so we're all the way up to the draft. Just a quick call out. So a couple key players retired. George Gervin is now the newest member of the Hall of Fame. And then Walter Davis, who actually won the championship with the Pacers, played very few games there at the end of the season when the games didn't really matter. But he had his number retired along with Gervin's. Historically, a lot of changes in uniforms, floors, logos, including the Pacers. So the Pacers get their new Flojo uniforms that Reggie is most known for. And that's pretty much it. No rules changed in this off-season, but this happened. So I had the 5th best chance. Is that right? I think the Pistons were 4th or 5th. Might have been 4th. And the pick won the lottery. So the Pacers, for the second time, have the number 1 pick. So we had it in 1985 through the Knicks pick, where we got Patrick Ewing, and now in 1990. So 5 years later, Pacers have the number 1 pick once again, where the consensus number 1 pick, according to the mocks, is Gary Payton. Whoops. I clicked down one too many times. So Gary Payton is the top pick here. Coleman was the real number 1 pick. Everybody thinks he's going second. Gill, Abdul Rauf. My other pick is 20th through the Sixers. And then I also have the first pick in the second round. So we'll see if I use either of those. But I will say it's super hard not to draft Gary Payton. It's kind of weird to say that when I have John Stockton on my team. But Peyton could play a lot of defense. He could be my new backup guard for at least maybe the first 2 years, and then we got to figure out what we're doing. Derek Harper, I think, is going to get traded here. I've thought about it the last, 2 seasons. He moved to the bench for Reggie in this last season, and now he's still got 2 years left. But I think this is the year he gets traded, and it's more confirmed now that Gary Payton is about to be selected. So I'm going to go into the draft, and we will entertain any trade offers. If there's anything that's going to blow me away here to make me not draft Gary Payton, then we'll certainly consider it. But let's go in and see. No trade offers. Okay, so I'll do it myself. That's not very good. That's not very good. Okay, so this is not a good start. The 5th in Lesaf Thompson. Bernard King, who I think popped up when I did the trade finder on Derek Harper during the season. Same with Kevin Willis, but it's Kevin and a first. Dumars and Humphreys. No thanks. No. Definitely no. And no. So I will go ahead and try it with Harper too, just to see. Okay. That's weird. So, I'm going to say there's no reason not to draft Gary Payton here. Coleman is 3 better according to my scout. Payton is the best point guard for sure. There's not really a position I really need. Petrovic is technically a free agent. So is Rodman. But I'll have qualifying offers for them. And we'll see if we can figure out how to give them contracts, like re-sign them without just doing the 1-year qualifying offer, since that's failed. in the last 2 seasons with Stockton and then with Ewing. So I have to re-sign Ewing as well, so that'll be fun. So, okay, let's quit messing around and we'll get Gary Payton. Boom. Alright, Jazz get the second pick. I think they technically had the worst record. They're trading it for Sleepy Floyd and a future first. Well, there's a reason that the Jazz are so awful, and that shows it. So the Warriors get Coleman. They just got Danny Manning, 2 seasons ago, so that doesn't make much sense. Dennis Scott goes to the Bulls. We got Kendall Gill to the Cavs. Abdul Rauf to Sacramento. Rumeal Robinson to the Rockets. I don't really have any interest in trading up in this draft. I think I have enough young people. We'll probably be looking to trade the 20th pick unless somebody crazy is still there. There's Sabalos, Lionel Simmons to the Sonics. The Magic, and they're about to start their second season, get Terry Mills. Mavericks get Tyrone Hill. Bo Kimball to the Spurs. It's always interesting to see when the first fake person goes. It's been this early before, which is crazy. D. Brown to the Hornets. This draft has, I think, 42 real people? Something like that. It's the most so far. Tony Kukoc goes 16th to the Bucks. There's a fake guy, so 17th to the Clippers. Hawks get Matt Bullard. The Bullets, Felton Spencer. And let's see if we get trade offers for this one. Nope, still nothing. Well, let's see anyway. Jeff Turner, no. Winnington, no. Bullets, lottery protected, but they're also taking my Magic pick, so no. 36-year-old Thompson. Kevin Johnson. Oh, I just drafted Gary Payton. And I still have, I think Avery Johnson's still on his rookie contract. I think when I looked at Kevin before, because he's popped up before, he doesn't have, he's only C+ potential. And that could change, I guess, with progression. He's only 24. He's doing pretty well, though, when he's playing. There's a first. The Celtics are always good, though. That's pretty terrible. Alton Lister, Bedford. The Lakers are always good. There's a Nuggets first. I don't have, so 94 just became eligible for trades. I don't have any additional 94s. There's a Rockets 92. I think, didn't they just draft like 6th? I don't think they were very good. Sonics. Blazers are good. Manute. Mo Cheeks. Alright, now let's try Derek Harper with this. That Rockets pick is looking the best so far, I think. Thorpe and Ellison wouldn't have us. Hey, Dennis Scott just drafted the 3rd. I can get the 3rd pick. But I'm trading an extra first and bringing Marquise Johnson back to Indy, where he won a couple titles. Sleepy Floyd. So they just traded the 2nd pick for him, but they're willing to trade him now for Derek Harper in the 20th. There's Bernard again. There's Kevin Willis again. So evidently Harper and the 20th is about the same as the first pick in value, according to these trade offers. Don't think I believe that. So there's the Rockets 91 and Detlef. That's not bad. I don't know how Detlef would play. It'd be pretty funny if I get Detlef to go with Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, who I drafted last year. Start the 90 Supersonics. Alright, well, we're going to see... Dumars isn't bad either, but kind of like Kevin Johnson, I don't feel like he's going to get as good as he should. He's a B potential, so he could probably still go up, but he's also 27, so he might be done. Let's start with the Rockets and see how many 91 picks do I have. I'm really stocked in 92, but 92 is when we're going Shaq hunting. It might be when we move on from Patrick Ewing, especially now that he's had a pretty terrible injury. That's assuming we re-sign him this offseason because he is a free agent. Bulls and Jazz, which are two really bad teams. They just drafted second and third. So I'm pretty good on 91. I don't have any... I could trade Divac. I wouldn't be too heartbroken to let him go. I'd have to then sign a center, but I don't know. I have a lot of... I guess not everybody's super young anymore. It just feels like they are. I mean, Stockton's now been in the league for 6 years. So Divac's an option. Who else do they have on their team that can be traded? They do have Glenn Rice and Isaiah Thomas. Ralph Sampson's still doing good stuff for them. Rice is who I was really close to getting in last year's draft, trying to trade up to get him. It didn't work out. For him to be on my team, Drazen would be gone. Which he... Let me just see. So yeah, his rookie contract just finished, so I'd give him a qualifying offer. So it's either I let him walk for free, or I sign him and then trade him once the season's up and running, when he's eligible to be traded again. So I can actually get something for him. That's an option. That's assuming they're willing to trade Glenn Rice. So let's take Shrimp off. I think... I mean... if we're going to try it, we're going to try it. 91 and 92. Derek Harper, who's 3.5 stars. And this 20th pick. I never even looked who else is... Okay, sorry. We do need to see if there's anybody there that needs to be picked. 20th. Antonio Davis. Loy Vaught. Jason Williams. Mustaf, Keith Askins, Eldon Campbell. Nobody, I think, as good as what I'm looking at. So let's click Rice. Let's see if they'll do, if there's any chance. No. Okay, Rice and Knight. Hey, that's pretty close. That's pretty close to what I was trying. It was just another first here. Wow. Okay, let's put their other first on here and see. They added my second round this year and a 93 first. So let's say no to that. What about 94 since I don't have one of those? They added my Magic pick for 93, but also their 93. So this might be close to a trade. So my 2 picks remaining, Harper. So Harper's replaced by Peyton, who I just drafted. Rice ends up replacing Drazen. Let's see what happens. They added the same picks. I just don't feel like the Magic are going to be any good, so I kind of want to keep that pick. What was it that popped up before? It was just this straight up, wasn't it? Except I was getting like a second 2 or something. let's see if I do this. They add... That's exactly what I tried. Okay, well, you just have to make them. If they think it's their idea, it's always better. Okay, so Harper for Rice, and then at the 20th pick and the first pick of the second round for 2 future firsts for a team that's not good right now, and I'm giving them someone a little better than the guy I'm taking, but I don't think he'll make a huge difference. They'll have Isaiah, Harper, Sampson, and Shrimp. That's a decent team, but we're also talking 2 and 4 years from now. Let's do it. Let's make this team even more fun. They wanted Loivot, so they got him. Tate George to the Celtics. I should have taken a little bit of time to thank Derek Harper. I'll do that now. Thank him for his services here in Indiana. He did win a Finals MVP. He started several seasons, got 4 championships. He was a great part of the team. I will miss his defense, but we're going to hope Gary Payton can bring that. We're probably going to get into more fake people. I'm going to go manual and go a little faster. So Keith Haskins to the Blazers, Jason Williams to the Kings, and now we're in the second round. So the Rockets, with that pick that I had, got a fake guy. Fake. Eldon Campbell in Detroit. Massenberg to Cleveland. Carl Herrera to the Magic. Michael Curry to the Warriors. Steve Henson, Spurs. Tony Smith, Mavericks. Irving Thomas in Minnesota. Scott Williams to the Bulls. That's kind of fun. That's where he was drafted. That guy had like a yellow sleeve going on. Not sure what that was. Bimbo Coles to the Nets. Abdelnaby to the Nuggets. Bardo to the Lakers. I think all of the real people got drafted. But again, the second rounders almost never get their rookie contract signed. They'll get signed by teams probably, but... All right, well, let's go ahead and sign up Gary Payton. Boom. Let's take care of options. Avery Johnson has not played much for me, but he's played 7 games in 2 years. He is a good third point guard, I feel like. He has B- potential, so I would think his 71, he's going to go up a little bit. It probably doesn't help that he hasn't played, but I'm going to go ahead and accept him. I don't imagine I'll be able to get him for less than that, so 475 seems super low. And we're definitely signing Reggie Miller. So let's advance and see. So Magic Johnson has declined his player option and will be a free agent after winning 7 straight MVPs. Terry Cummings is also declining to become a free agent. Dominique. So the Lakers could look very different if Magic and Dominique do not stay with LA. He spent the last 3 years there. Cummings, if he leaves the Clippers, means Karl Malone can finally be the focal point for them. Buck Williams is leaving, or potentially leaving the Nets. I guess it doesn't mean they're leaving. It just means they want a new contract. Charles Smith's contract was declined. He just won, I think he won 6th Man of the Year, didn't he? He sure did. 6th Man of the Year, and then they say, nope, you're not good enough for your rookie contract in the 3rd year. Horace Grant was also declined by the Heat. All right, that's probably low enough. Got qualifying offers. Definitely not Winston Bennett. We don't need Nate McMillan because we just gave Avery Johnson his. We will extend to Rodman and Drazen. I don't think I want Will Perdue. He's kind of like Avery Johnson where he's not played. I've thankfully not had a lot of injuries, so I've not had to go super deep. His potential is a C. He's probably not going to go up much more. if at all. So I think we're just going to go with Rodman and Drazen. And now, let me see what my team looks like. So we've got exactly 8 people under contract. We're missing, so Drazen and Rodman, and of course Patrick Ewing are the key guys. We're set on point guard. That needs to be Drazen, that needs to be Rodman, and that needs to be Ewing. So we need a third center to replace Purdue. Who else was there? I guess I can go see my cap holds. AC Green, I forgot about AC Green. He was a key part of my rotation. He was like my, kind of shared the 6th man role. He played almost as much as Derek Harper did. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm definitely not re-signing him, so clear that. Hopefully we can get Ewing, Rodman, and Drazen right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and clear McMillan too, because he's not coming back. I don't feel like Will Purdue is. We'll save it. He might still be my third center. We won't clear him yet. Let's see who's a free agent. Patrick Ewing has 10 offers. That is not a good sign for me. He is the best center. 5 teams have satisfied his contract desires. I'm kind of surprised the Lakers aren't here since they don't have Magic Johnson and Dominique currently under contract. Let's see who else is getting offered. So Terry Cummings, the Clippers are at the top of his list, so he's probably going back. Buck Williams, the Nets trying to bring him back. AC's the 4th best power forward. Wow. Power forwards really drop off after those first 2. Dominique is by far the best small forward. The Lakers are not here. What are they doing? So the Magic trying to steal Dominique. Rodman, so that's the qualifying offer. Ron Harper is restricted, and that he's on the Sixers, so looks like they'll bring him back. Magic Johnson, okay, the Lakers. Please don't go to Minnesota. Oh boy. And then really nobody else has. All the positions drop off pretty quick, it seems. So let's go ahead and figure out, like I did last year with Stockton, what's the math on what I need to give Patrick Ewing. So the top one here is 3 for 935, 4 for 1277. So I imagine those are the same thing, just one has a player option. So 4 for 12.77. So we're going to go in and negotiate and pretend like we're a normal or another team. And I'm going to do the math real quick. And see that. So 12.77. They are giving him the most they can. They're giving him a max contract. So I will give him 5, give him a player, and give him Bird. So that makes it better on all accounts. Please, Mr. Ewing. So that'll put it, so year 1 is 90-91, year 2 is 91-92. So after the second year, if there's a chance we can get Shaquille O'Neal, I know we're thinking really far ahead here. We'll see where he's at when he's 29 years old here. All right, we're going to offer Patrick Ewing this deal. We are first, so that is good. We're able to give him about $500,000 more than anybody else could. All right, next most important is Mr. Rodman. Says he's expecting 1.22. He is 29 because he was a super old rookie. He doesn't want a lot of money. Maybe 4 years. He actually wants, he's happiest with a shorter deal. Let's just do something like that. Let's try that and see what happens. So the trick was, well, I actually don't know if it works, but what happened with Stockton is I didn't click match on the first screen when it popped up. So then on the next day I simulated, it said we were giving him the qualifying offer. So I'm hoping that if I click match, it means I'm matching my own offer of 3 years, 3.15. I don't know why it's that way. I think it should be explained better, but if it doesn't work, I have no freaking clue. Alright, so Drazen, I feel like I shouldn't let go for nothing. Also, I should make sure I can't, yeah. I only have minimums, so I need to do this. Let's do kind of the same thing, 1 million. So that's all 3 of my offers. So the other person was AC Green, but he doesn't have any offers yet. Do I have bird rights to anyone else? No. Those are the 3 plus AC. So let's go ahead and advance a day here. Patrick Ewing. Okay. So these are agrees. I don't want to decline. Right? The qualifying offers are still over here for Rodman and Drazen. I don't want to decline. That wouldn't make any sense. I don't want to renounce AC. We'll keep Purdue for now. So those are the 3, and they're both on here twice. There's nothing I can do with these. I think it's the next one. It's the next day where I'll have to like click match. This says match. I want to decline that, but not renounce. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay, so let's go see. Signed. It says 4 years, 13.3. It says 3 years, 5 years. So that looks right. Magic Johnson did go back to the Lakers. Ron Harper did go back to the Sixers. And the only other signing was Danny Ainge to the Bullets. Kind of random. Joining his 6th different team in as many years. He did win a championship with the Pacers a few years ago. Only played 25 games, but did decent. I recall that. All right. Let's sort by overall here and see who's getting offers. The Hawks trying to get Sabonis back. We got Herb going to the Sixers. Cummings, Clippers have not reached agreement yet. The Nets are not first here. I'm not sure if that matters. I'm not sure if the order matters when it's all 100 or if it's kind of random beyond that. Harpley going back to the Blazers. The Lakers still are not here for Dominique. He is going to end up with the Orlando Magic, and I just held on to their draft pick because I thought they were going to be bad. Michael Cooper is going back to the Nuggets. Scott Skiles, who's I think been on the Rockets, looking at the Nets or Bucks, but he is restricted so they can match. Dennis Johnson. I don't think the Lakers need him. They just got Magic back. Could he bail on Boston to go to LA? We'll see. All right, let's take a look at the roster again. Alright, so we do have Drazen, Ewing, and Rodman all accepted. Whether it's to the contracts I actually gave them, I don't know. Ewing should be fine. It's Drazen and Rodman I'm not so sure about. So that gives me 11 people. I need a third center. I need to figure out if AC Green's coming back. I kind of feel like not. But it's so weird. I don't know, it's hard to let people go for nothing. Because Green could lose his spot or his minutes to Kemp and Rice, and that'd be fine with me. But again, it's kind of like Drazen. I hate to let them go for nothing. I didn't want to trade them in the deadline because they helped me win a championship. So why would I do that? So that's something I need to decide. I need a third wing. Third center and third wing would be the other things. How much does AC want? You give him like a 2-year deal. Be good to have a backup plan for if Kemp is awful again. He was so bad at the start of the season when I had him playing backup center. Oh, man. The good thing about Green is that he doesn't really need to score. So with my team of more scoring people other than Rodman, he was a good fit. He shot almost 50%. He's a decent defender and a good rebounder. 91 and 89 at rebounding. Oh, man. Okay, let's see who my third center can be. Preferably somebody that could maybe mentor Divac, because I don't know that Ewing is old enough to do that. What's the minimum? 235. Rollins is pretty close. So 235 will get me somebody. Joe Klein. Stepanovic could come back to the team. James Edwards has still been doing pretty well. Wow. He was with the Pacers early in his career. Maybe he comes back to finish his career. He's got 5 badges that maybe he can teach Velati. There's also some like Kevin Duckworth. Will Purdue's there again. He will take the minimum, so I don't need his cap hold anymore. Chris Dudley. All right, any power forwards that look attractive here? Eldon Campbell. Don't know that I really need somebody with badges. It's nice to get the young guys and watch them get better, but you got to have people to mentor as well. I feel like that's why they put that on the game. Chambers wants way too much money to come back. He's the 3rd best power forward now. Okay, so my thought is James Edwards. He'll probably go down 2 because he'll be 34. He might even go down 3. But we'll hope he holds on to his badges. He hopefully won't need to play because we have Divac backing up Ewing, and then Kemp can play center if needed. Oh, he can't rebound at all. What are you doing, dude? I guess that's why his offensive stats were pretty good, because that's what he does. He doesn't really play defense or rebound. Per 36, 5 rebounds. All right, well, we're getting you for your experience. Or do I wait for Trey Rollins? Oh, that says 40%. But he is good at defense, I think. 86, a little better at rebounding. Whatever. James Edwards. Minimum. And then a third wing. Also preferably somebody that could mentor. Last year we had Walter Davis. We got T.R. Dunn down here. Wasn't he on my team at some point? He was. Signed him. There are some good young people down here, but I want older guy. Butch Carter, he started out with the Pacers. Traded him right before we started winning championships. Sad story for him. I do like Brian Shaw, but again, trying to get somebody with some badges. Dale Griffith's a little too good for what I'm looking for. I didn't see Dale Ellis there. Oh, Hanslick has 7 badges and will take the minimum. He might be good. What does he do? He's not too much of an offensive player. He's really good at passing. He's a good defender. Okay. Maybe Bill Hanslick? Looking pretty good. Don't see anybody better. Let's try it. I guess he wants a championship. That's why he's taking the minimum. All right, and I think I have to offer AC Green. It's too hard for me to let somebody go for absolutely nothing. So we'll sign him and then look to trade him in the offseason for maybe some picks or something. Or not the offseason. I mean, in the season before the deadline. So let's do 2-year. I think that's more attractive for teams to want. Let's maybe do a flat contract. Something like that. And go. All right, so this is where last time I said decline on Stockton. And it ended up giving him the qualifying offer. So I'm going to click match. What happens to my cap up there? It's adding exactly what that is. So I don't understand. If I don't click those, I can't undo these. Oh, I can undo Ewing, but I don't want to. I can't undo these two. But I know that doing decline does not work based on what happened to Stockton. So I'm going to click match and see what the heck happens. I'm fine with renouncing Will Purdue at this point. Oh boy. We're going to try it. All right, we got Rakowski to the Heat. Harpley went back to the Blazers. Buck Williams goes from the Nets to the Nuggets. Nope, 1 year. Okay, so if anybody knows how this works, I'm really confused. I looked it up before and somebody just said, I just wait for another team to offer them a contract and then I match. Which, I mean, I could do, but I'd rather just give them what I gave them and we work with that. Well, that might make it harder to trade Drazen. I'm not sure. Maybe easier because that's $850,000. Rodman for Scotty. I don't think I can do that. I think Scottie Pippen's probably untouchable. But this stupid qualifying offer thing is ridiculous. That's like twice as much as the contract I gave him too. Is Drazen the same? Yep. 1 year, $779. So that is less than I gave him. Dennis Johnson did sign with the Lakers. I wonder what happens if I well, that's day 3, so I can't. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't, like, undo anything, right? Nope. Okay. So here's where I also cannot click anything. I can't unclick these or click these. There's nothing. Okay. Do we have a good team now? Or a full team? That's really what I meant. So we got our 3-point guards. We got a couple shooting guards. We got Hanslick as the third small forward. So we got one spot open, which I like having. Keeps trades a little more flexible. Didn't realize Edwards is actually better than Divock. That might change after we get to progression. They might like flip-flop overalls. Alright, so I don't really want to sign anybody else. Buck Williams is back to the free agent list, so the Nuggets decided they don't want him, and now the Nets are back in the running. Nuggets must have... Where'd they spend their money? Tom Chambers and Michael Cooper. Which Cooper already was on their team. Chambers on the Suns, I think. Yeah. Okay. Dale Ellis looking to go to the Bullets. Cliff Robinson, Warriors, Darwin Cook. Lots of teams trying to get Darwin Cook. Mark Price now getting offers. He's restricted, though. I think, is he on the Mavericks? Was he? Yes. Alright, let's keep going. Kenny Walker's getting all sorts of offers. Johnny Moore. He's been on the Spurs this whole time. Is anybody gonna... doesn't look like the Spurs want him back, so he is moving on. Probably. Is there a Dumboya somewhere? Wouldn't surprise me. Alright, now we're getting rid of Sunvold, that scoring machine, 3-point specialist. Magic or Heat. Frank Johnson's now the top free agent. Darrell Walker. We're halfway through free agency. The good guys are going. Gerald Wilkins. I think he already was on the Knicks. I don't think there's anybody I would want to trade, or I even can trade, right? Because I can't do... Oh, it's not even like letting me click people. That's weird. Okay. Usually it just says cannot be traded. Reggie Lewis is down here at 74 overall. He's a B- potential, so I guess he's another guy that didn't quite do what he needed to do. He was playing plenty for the Warriors, but and doing really well, so I'm not sure what's making his potential stop. There's Nate now at the top. See if anybody signs him. Doesn't look like anything's really moving. People are wanting Reggie Lewis. The Warriors are going to bring him back. Nate's getting going to Minnesota. Alright, that's it for free agency. Now let's see the progression. Nothing for Reggie. Wow. But the Glenn Rice trade looks pretty smart. Yes. Isn't he like an 87 or something? So Reggie Miller starts, makes the All-Star team, wins the championship for the third straight year, averages 20 points, shoots 15-45, and doesn't go up. Stockton also didn't go up after having like a tremendous year, but he's 28, so that's not super surprising. But I was hoping A potential meant he'd go up more. So Rice did go up. Rodman stayed put. Drazen only went up 1. Kemp up 3. So that does make Green expendable. Hanslick only went down 1. Edwards only went down 1. Avery up 3. Divock up 2. Let's see what these guys got better and worse at. So Patrick, let's maybe go by position. So Edwards got worse at like everything. Divock probably got better at everything. Ewing got a little slower. Okay, well, that's okay. All right. Kellogg, heck yeah, he is. Kemp's going up at dunking, perfect. Kellogg went down in lots of things, but got better at passing. For some reason, he's 86 at passing IQ. He went up in some things at 29 years old. All right, Clark. He's like the glue that holds this team together with his 17 points a game. All right, see, Rice is now better than Rodman. Glenn Rice is about to be a super sixth man, I think. Special K is going to get hurt? Well, he's already had some terrible injury at some point. Rice went up at everything. Rodman got better at defense. He can't move at all. His rebounding's almost immortal. He's still not going to be able to shoot very well. Oh my god, why is Reggie going down in layups? Got one better threes, he's 94. Draw foul went down, shot IQ up. Okay, it's looking like he went up in more things than down, so that's good. He got a little slower. Drazen's is really messed up. Alright, Stockton here. I'm not sure why intangibles would go down when you're the point guard of a 4-time championship team. Getting 14 assists a game. So that's Avery down there getting better. Stockton went pretty much only down at things. Free throws. Let's go through the league and see what else happened here. Kind of get a first glimpse at who's on different teams. Pistons look pretty much the same. They keep getting worse. They were one of the worst teams in the league last year. Nick Anderson up 3 though. The Rockets, so I got 2 of their draft picks. They got everybody they had back, plus Derek Harper subbed in for Glenn Rice in that trade, and they drafted Robinson and Vaught. So they look like a good team. I'm not sure why they were so terrible last year, unless they had injuries. Isaiah's not scoring as much, but is still good. He's 90 overall. Spurs, the same guys they had at the top, but that's all they have. Scottie Pippen did not go up. He's 84 overall. What is his potential? A-. So he is still going up, I would imagine, but he didn't for some reason. Not sure what's going on, but Pippen and Dumars are trying to carry this not-so-great team. Sonics, so far no real big changes that I've noticed. Watley, he was already on their team. Sickman went down 2. Olajuwon went down 1. He's still hurt because of his horrific injury. But Drexler stayed put at 92. So they're still looking like a championship contender. Warriors drafted Coleman. I don't understand. They signed Robinson too. And so their top 4 guys are like power forward centers. And they got Manute Bol. I don't see So John Long's a shooting guard. Blue Edwards is down here. They drafted Sabalos. Kind of a weird makeup of a team. What did the Heat do to help Jordan? Nothing at all. This looks like the same team as before. Dantley got worse. Banks got worse. Strickland's a little better with Barrows. Doesn't look like they're any better. But they won a couple games against me in the playoffs, so who knows. Hornets did get Charles Smith back, so they declined his third-year team option and then got him back. Dominique did end up signing with the Magic, so he joins Tim Hardaway, reigning Rookie of the Year, who just went up 5. So they're on their way to being a playoff team in the East, perhaps. Likely, they're missing a power forward, really. They drafted Terry Mills. Smits and McKee still at the top. Mason was already on their team. So that's not... So they got Horace. I think Harvey was on one of these teams too. I thought it was this one. Don't know. Blaylock went down 1. A rookie year averaging 15 and 7. His potential to C+. What in the world? His speed. Oh, did he miss games? He missed 7 games. Was it the end of the year? Something bad happened to Mookie Blaylock. Alright, Sixers continue to get older. Harper's staying put at 84. But Moses is on his way down. Paxton's on his way down. There were very few. Other than Dominique, like nobody changed teams. Barkley went down 1 at 85. Darwin Cook. So there's somebody who changed teams over 80 overall. They got themselves a new point guard to try to contend. Bulls continue to be terrible. Marquise went down. They drafted Dennis Scott to replace him. Cavs still aren't very good. Drafted Kendall Gill. Celtics, they signed Darrell Griffith, but he went down 5. Oh my. Oh my. Bird went down 1. McHale stayed put. Parrish down 2 more. He's 36 years old. Clippers, Karl Malone still not going up, so he's probably just stuck at an 82. Scott went down 1. I was really hoping they wouldn't re-sign Cummings to see what Malone could do. Hawks, Moncrief got worse. Johnny Moore did end up signing, away from the Spurs. Jazz traded for Sleepy Floyd for whatever reason. I feel like Derek Coleman would have been a better fit on this team. They don't have any big guys up here. Kings didn't really get any better. They drafted Abdul Rauf. Knicks look the same. Lakers lost Dominique, so they're just by default worse. They got Dennis Johnson, but their starting shooting guard appears to be Kenny Battle right now, but they only have 9 people here. The Mavericks look the same. Nets did end up getting Buck Williams. They look the same. Wow, just very little movement. Tom Chambers moved to the Nuggets. Is, I guess, going to be the super backup for Worthy and Vandeweghe. And that's that. Alright, we'll skip the Summer League. We need to look up where the All-Star game was in 1991. It was in Charlotte. All-Star City selection. We're not going to Minneapolis. We are going to Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't have the 91 class ready, so we'll use the default one. Go ahead and take a look at who's included. We got Chris Gatling, Billy Owens, the real #1 pick, Larry Johnson, Steve Smith, Dikembe, Kenny Anderson, Victor Alexander, Elliot Perry, Eric Murdoch, Stacey Augman, Greg Anthony, Luke Longley, Randy Brown, Doug Smith, Isaac Austin, Terrell Brandon. Some fake people up here. Decent draft class. Let's advance. And see. First of all, yeah, so curious if Olajuwon's still hurt, so he'll miss some time here at the start of the year. Nick Anderson also got hurt at some point in the offseason, I guess. Nobody's going up, so no green arrows to start the year. That's kind of sad. I don't think I need to change any positions. Numbers. How did numbers look? Peyton's going to be #2 like he was as a rookie in real life. Rice is 41. Hands I think he was 24. 653.21. Looks good. Positions look good. Good to go. All right, let's see if any. Let me see if there's any free agents. There are some 70 overalls. Go by position here. Centers, Chris Dudley, Clement Johnson. See if it's worth filling my 15th spot. It's not looking like it. Chucky Brown would be an option. Nobody's looking like they need to be on my team. Gerald Henderson. Most of the guys got gobbled up, so I'm curious, mostly about the Lakers, because there wasn't anybody super good left, but the Lakers were missing like half a team. Looks like they filled it with some not so good players down here. All right, let's look at the power rankings. Pacers after 4 straight championships still have not cracked the top 3 in this one. Not sure why the Heat are 5th. That's weird. I guess Michael Jordan. Mock drafts, I don't think it shows. No, it doesn't show the teams in the right order, but you can see Larry Johnson or Steve Smith is thought to be #1. Dikembe is like barely in the top 10. 7th, 9th, and 9th. That's weird. What was I going to do? So I got to see, how long do I have to wait to trade Drazen? January 27th. Please don't tell me that's after the trade deadline. It's definitely after the trade deadline. Oh, boy. It doesn't matter anyway because he has a no-trade clause. That's so stupid. What about AC? December 23rd. Okay, so AC can go. Drazen, I guess, is just going to be stuck. I guess it's not worth it to give your guys contract offers. If you give them the qualifying offer, just match whatever anybody else gives them and don't try to do anything else. That's the lesson we've learned here. There's no way around it. It's so stupid. Avery Johnson could be somebody to get traded. Vlade could be somebody. Just a quick look at what the lineup probably will look like. Drazen, unfortunately, out of the rotation here. I think Hanslick's going to be the inactive. we have to decide. Kemp was so bad at backup center to start last year, so we'll have to look at that. I'm not going to do the rotation right now. We'll have that ready next time I log on. But at that time, we'll also have the 91 draft class uploaded and ready to go. I have, again, the Bulls and Jazz picks for 91. The Jazz don't look good at all, and the Bulls look even worse, but that one was protected. So here's the Jazz. They got Sleepy Floyd. That was the big difference. I don't see them being outside of the top 5. And the Bulls I only get if they're outside the top, is the top 3, I think, is what that said. Is that right? Top 3. So there's a chance I don't get the Bulls pick, which is okay. But we are ready to go with the 92 picks. I tell you that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 92 picks. Go and check hunting. See if it works. So there's the team to start the 1990-91 season. We'll see if the Pacers can go for a 5th straight NBA championship. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, Shoe Shack Redemption is out.